Good morning, dear children. I welcome Standard 11th once again. And the last time we had a problem of letting the children in. So the lecture was a bit available for a few students and some couldn't get the chance to enter the class. I'm very sorry for these technical problems which have come up. And still we are coping up with everything and definitely will come out of it. And this lecture, I will be repeating the same part which you have missed it because this is a recording. We are sending it to everyone. So no issues about that. Everyone will get the same lecture as I gave on last Saturday for you all. Okay. So we began with the second topic about systematic of living organisms. Systematics of living organisms. What is systematics? I told you in the first topic only, where we spoke about living world, has a lot of diversity in it. Many living organisms are present. And when we know that there are variety of living organisms present around, to study each one of them, to know each one of them, is the inquisitivity found in a human being. Because we have a very well developed brain, which is only given by the grace of God. So don't ever think that I am much more superior than anyone. Teaching you all apart. There are some morals which I would like to inculcate in you all. You being my children, when I say my children means I mean the word. So I want you all, I want this upcoming generation with good morals. So I will insist on that when I say knowledge, wisdom, it is only given by the Almighty. And so we should humble ourselves always and then gain it. So this knowledge which teaches us of how many living things are there in the world, या जगामध्ये किती सजीव गोष्टी आहेत आणि या प्रत्येक सजीवाची माहिती या सजीवाची ओळख करून घेणं ही उत्कंठा किंवा उत्सुकता मनुष्य प्राण्यामध्ये आहे कारण त्याचा मेंदू हा अतिशय सुपीक दर्जाचा परमेश्वराने बनवलेला आहे आणि या सुपीक मेंदूला खूप काही साठवून घ्यायचंय त्या सुपीक मेंदूवर गर्व करू नका तर नम्र होऊन या सुपीक मेंदूचा वापर करा हे मूल्य मी तुम्हाला मुद्दामून शिकवतेय कारण हे अत्यंत आवश्यक आहे एक वचन आहे बायबलमध्ये आधी नम्रता आणि मग मान्यता सो बी हंबल अँड यू विल गेट एव्हरीथिंग बाय द ग्रेस ऑफ गॉड let's begin with the topic systematic of living organisms when I say systematics of living organisms that means systematically arranging them. The world has diversity of living organisms. We get to see many kind of living organisms. When we get to see many kind of living organisms, we want to study them. We want to know what they are, how they are. Are they useful? Are they harmful? Where can I find them if they are useful? Where I have to use them? And for this, I need to know everything that is in this global village. Due to e-learning, due to internet, we call this world, which we used to call, this is a world, the globe. Now we call it as a global village. We have become we are coming so close that it's just like a village. So we need to know what is there in this living world. And when I want to know this, I have to systematically study the living organisms. Systematically study the living organisms. One single, I'll say an example of your routine. You get up in the morning. Is it that you get up in the morning and without brushing teeth, you go out to college? You know how the bad breath will be. So your systematic schedule for the day is when you get up from the bed, first you go and brush your teeth, wash your face. Yeah. I know many of you make comments on that. Ki, नाही आम्ही आधी बाथरूमला जातो ओके फाईन एव्हरीबडी गोज दॅट इज अ नॅचरल प्रोसेस मग तुम्ही ब्रश करता वी ब्रश आवर टीथ देन वी वॉश आवर फेस देन वी either take a bath immediately. Some of us have a habit of taking a bath immediately, then having our breakfast and then coming out of the house. Those who are not taking breakfast, let me emphasize, without breakfast from the home, without having breakfast from the home, when you come out for studies, your brain is not responding at all. So better make it a habit that you have your breakfast every day. Okay, switching back to systematics. This is a systematic routine of your day when you begin. Then you do your work and everything. And when it is the time to go back home, you go back home, or you keep on wandering here and there for the whole night. It's not like that. So we have a perfect schedule of everything. In the same way, to study this, there is a schedule, there is a format given to us. Systematically, we have to study them, classify them. How is their phylogeny? How is their morphology? How is their taxonomy? And what are the characters present in them? And accordingly, we keep them and name them. Last time also I gave you an example, and again I am giving the same example because it is the best thing I can make you understand. I have a house and I'm shifting it from one house to another. When I am traveling with all my stuff, I don't keep everything in my hall only, isn't it? मी सगळ्या वस्तू आणून माझ्या हॉलमध्येच नाही ठेवत ना. किंवा जरी एक रूम आहे माझी, तर या रूमचा हा भाग मला स्वयंपाकासाठी आहे, हा भाग मला बिछाने वगैरे ठेवायला आहे, हा भाग मला टीव्ही ठेवायला आहे. या जागेचं आपण वर्गीकरण करतो, आपल्या सामानाचं वर्गीकरण करतो. स्वयंपाक खोलीमध्ये लागतात ग्लास, ताट, चमचे, gas, fridge, amka tamka, many more things. Will I keep that in the hall or keep it in the bedroom? No, I don't do that. So I systematically classify the things which I have in the house, isn't it? Now you children, you may be having your own room, your own cupboards. So you will be classifying the things very systematically. माझ्या कपाटामध्ये हे माझे बाहेर जायचे ड्रेसेस आहेत, हे माझे घरात घालायचे ड्रेसेस आहेत, हे टी शर्ट मला फक्त फंक्शन साठी, हे खास मला ट्युशनला जरा छाप मारायला, या जीन्स माझ्या इकडं. दिस इज हाऊ वी क्लासिफाय, अँड द सेम वे वी आर युझिंग फॉर क्लासिफाईंग लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम्स in this diverse world. I would like to read from the textbook, and I would insist you all to hold the textbook in front of you and even you refer it. Second topic, systematic of living organisms. There is a great diversity of organisms around us. Since time immemorial, we humans have been exploiting this wealth for our own benefit. During this process, man tried to differentiate between and identify the organisms. Eventually, this evolved into a branch of biology known as systematics of classification. The method of classification dates back to ancient time when Indian, Greek, and Roman philosophers have contributed their might of systematic sciences. What are we saying? There is a great diversity of organisms around us. Since time immemorial, we humans have been exploiting this wealth for our own benefits. Why are we exploiting this? For our own benefits. What is the benefit we have in it? What is the major benefit we have in it? The benefit is, if it is a plant, what kind of benefit it is? For food, for the roots, for some nutrition, for some proteins. We all know सगळी वनस्पतींची आज आपल्याला माहिती आहे. मी मुद्दाम थोडंसं मराठीत सांगते. Even in English I'll be telling it, don't worry. We all know a typical plant is responsible for this factor. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, आता करोनाच्या काळामध्ये सगळ्यांनी मालेगावचा काढा, मालेगावचा काढा, मालेगावचा काढा. एव्हरीबडी इज ड्रिंकिंग दॅट ब्लॅक टी which is made with the help of ginger in it. We know we use Cymbopogon leptopus, that is lemongrass, in it. We also use elaichi in it, and many more stuff like one clove, one garlic, not garlic, one ginger, a piece of ginger, and some of them use turmeric in it, and I don't know what all. Why do we use it? Because today we know what is the benefit from it. After using this thing, how it will be beneficial for my digestive system, my immune system. That's why I'm using it, I'm drinking it. And how could I find that whether it is beneficial or no? It is just because systematically I have studied the plant. Systematically I have studied the living organism. Do you get me? We have started eating boiled eggs in Corona. Why so? Because we know they create a heat inside our body which can resist corona. म्हणून आपण सांगतोय उकडलेले अंडे खा, मालेगावचा काढा प्या, त्या काढ्यामध्ये गवती चहा टाका, आलं टाका, लवंग टाका, काळी मिरी टाका, दालचिनी टाका, वेलची टाका, हे सगळं टाका, हळद टाका, उकळवा आणि मग तो गरम गरम प्या. या गोष्टी आपल्याला कशा कळाल्या? अचानक कळाल्या? एका दिवसात कळाल्या? नाही. या गोष्टी कुणीतरी त्याच्यावर संशोधन केलं होतं, त्याच्यावर अभ्यास केला होता, म्हणून हे आपल्याला कळालं. वी हॅव अंडरस्टूड इट बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट. अँड लुकिंग ॲट दिस, we know that living organisms have a diverse storage of things in it, so we need to know them. आज आपण वेगवेगळे अँटीबायोटिक्स वापरतो. पेनिसिलिन झालं, स्ट्रेप्टोमायसिन झालं, ॲझिथ्रोमायसिन, एरिथ्रोमायसिन, हे सगळे काय आहेत? अँटीबायोटिक्स आहेत. अँटीबायोटिक्स found from something which is biologically present. It may be a bacteria, it may be a plant. For example, तुम्हाला एक उदाहरण देते. When the ladies who are going to give birth to a child do not get pain, it's a very critical stage that she may lose herself or she may lose the child. In this case, we use superbene. Superbene is a kind of antibiotic. Injection is given of superbene from a plant called Gloriosa superba. This plant is found in the western Ghats of Maharashtra in India. त्याला कळलावी म्हणतात. हे उदाहरण तुम्हाला द्यायचं कारण, तुम्ही जर झाड बघितलं ना तर कळलावी म्हणतात, किंवा इट इज जस्ट लाईक अ फायर ऑन द माउंटेन. म्हणजे रेड आणि येलो कलरचं कॉम्बिनेशन असल्यामुळे जर खूप झाडं असतील ना तर असं वाटतं त्या डोंगराला आग लागली की काय, अशा फ्लेम्स येतात असं ते दिसतं. याच्यामध्ये, याच्या रायझोम मध्ये सुपरबेन नावाचं एक एजंट आहे, एक केमिकल आहे, जे अशा वेळेस म्हणजे डिलिव्हरीच्या वेळेस ज्या कळा येत नाही त्या कळा याव्यात म्हणून ते इंजेक्ट केलं जातं बॉडीमध्ये. दिस हेल्प्स फॉर द चाइल्ड टू कम आउट ऑन टाइम अँड सेव्स द लाईफ ऑफ द चाइल्ड ॲज वेल ॲज द वुमन. Gloriosa superba is the botanical name of this plant, and superbene is the chemical which is found in it. So this is how plants are beneficial to us. Today in the morning, I just got to see a video of a blood thinner. Why do you want to take aspirin? Aspirin is a blood thinner. Why do you want to take it? You don't want the tablets to go in your body, but you want your blood to be thin because you have a BP problem, or you may be having clot formation. In such cases, then what is to be done? I want to treat it naturally. What should I do? I can take a piece of ginger. I can take 1 clove of garlic and some turmeric in it. All these three constituents, when come together, lead to the formation of aspirin. Gingerol is an oil which is present in the ginger, which is beneficial. Clove has, I forgot the name, but just a minute. I remember. I have it in my mobile, and I will definitely tell you what exactly it is, because if it's really beneficial for somebody, that would be really nice. Aspirin at Home. It is on YouTube. You can watch it by Dr. Biswarup Roy Chaudhary. He gave an lecture on it, and I was just looking at it. And looking at it, I found one thing that he said, that there is a constituent which will help us to get aspirin through natural things. Now, what was it? What was it that he was telling is ginger, garlic, and turmeric. These three things are there which will give us the exact content. I'll just let you know the name. Just a minute. Yeah, gingerol, allicin, and curcumin are the three constituents we get. Gingerol is from ginger, allicin is from garlic, and curcumin is from turmeric. These three things are just like working like aspirin for thinning the blood. Now, if we would not have this knowledge, we would have to be dependent on the tablets. Taking tablets every now and then is not good for your body. You know this very well. You must have heard it. And that's why when we have something naturally around us and we use the constituent naturally, it does not have a side effect, but it definitely affects in a good way on the body. And for this, the systematic study of plants or animals is a must. And that's why we will be seeing what exactly is systematics. Systematics. Last time I told you all to write down the definition of this, and again I'll be telling you to write what is systematics. Though the part is deleted, I want you to refer the textbook and go through it because this will be beneficial for you all. Systematics is the study of kinds and diversity of organisms. It is the study of different kinds and diversity of organisms and their comparative and evolutionary relationship. What is the relationship between them? This is the definition given by G. Simpson in 1961, where he says it is the study of kind and diversity of organisms and their comparative and evolutionary relationship. How it has evolved, from where it has evolved, to which family does it belong, why is it found in this area, what is the reason behind it, what climatical conditions are required to grow this plant, or why this animal is found in a specific area only. These are the things which we get to understand from systematics. The second thing which we come in this topic across is taxonomy, means classification following certain rules or principles. We don't classify anyhow. Using certain rules and certain principles only, the classification is done. And when we use certain principles and rules for classification, we call it as taxonomy. Taxus meaning arrangement and normus meaning law or rule. Arrangement according to the rule or law. This is what is taxonomy. The term taxonomy was first introduced by A.P.D. Candolle, Swiss botanist, in 1778 and 1841. Next thing or next term we come across is classification. It is the arrangement of organisms or group of organisms in distinct categories in accordance with a particular and well-established plan. What is it? It is the arrangement of organisms or group of organisms in distinct categories in accordance with a particular and well-established plan. Arrangement of organisms or a group of organisms in distinct categories. We are classifying them and placing in them in some categories. This belongs to division or kingdom Plantae. This belongs to division or kingdom Animalia. This belongs to division Angiosperm. This belongs to, so we classify accordingly. जो काही टेबल आपल्याला टेक्स्टबुक मध्ये दिलेला आहे पेज नंबर 8 ला, त्या पद्धतीने त्या कॅटेगरी प्रमाणे आपण क्लासिफिकेशन करतो. कसं पण क्लासिफिकेशन करत नाही. किंगडम मग ते प्लांटी आहे का ॲनिमॅलिया आहे, डिव्हिजन आहे, फायलम आहे, मग तो अँजिओस्पर्म आहे का जिम्नोस्पर्म आहे का अल्गी आहे का ब्रायोफाइट आहे का टेरिडोफाइट आहे हे बघतो आपण. कॉर्डेटा नॉन कॉर्डेटा ते बघतो. क्लास असेल तर डायकॉटलिडॉनी आहे का मोनोकॉटलिडॉनी. इकडे ॲनिमल्स जर असेल तर मग तो रेप्टिलिया क्लास आहे का अजून कोणता क्लास आहे. मग सब क्लास, मग सिरीज, मग ऑर्डर, मग फॅमिली, जीनस अँड स्पीशीज. दिस इज हाऊ वी कॅटेगराइज व्हॉट वी call as classification. There are three types of classification. One is an artificial type, the other is natural type, and the third one is phylogenetic classification. Artificial one was done by Linnan's. It is Linnan's system of classification. Natural was done by Bentham and Hooker, and phylogenetic was done by Engler and Prantl. These are the three classifications we come across, and then we come across the three domain of life. Before that, what is artificial, what is natural, and what is phylogenetic classification? We'll just look at that. Read it up. It is the classification that is based on few easily observable and non-evolutionary features such as habit, color, form, etc., often irrespective of their affinity relationship with other organisms. Example, Linnan system of classification. Now, what are they saying? It is the classification that is based on few easily observable and non-evolutionary characters or features. Evolutionary features चा याच्यामध्ये कुठंच संबंध नाही. It is not linked with any evolutionary feature. Rather, it is on what we can see कसं appear होते naturally. That is called artificially. म्हणजे इंटरनल काहीच बघितलं नाहीये त्याला आपण लिनॅन सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन म्हणतो. ऑब्झर्वेबल अँड नॉन एव्होल्युशनरी, इझिली ऑब्झर्वेबल. आता इझिली ऑब्झर्वेबल खूप गोष्टी दिसतात, मग कितपत हे योग्य असेल, लेट्स सी. Then comes natural. It is the classification which is based on objectively significant rather than being selected for convenience, like artificial system of classification. Bentham and Hooker ही system of classification त्यांनी दिली. त्यांचं म्हणणं काय, in this classification which is based on objectively significant, if there is a significance they are kept together rather than being selected for convenient like artificial system. इन्स्टेड ऑफ आर्टिफिशियल सिस्टम की त्यांनी समोर जे काय दिसतंय अपिअरन्स बघितला मॉर्फोलॉजिकली आणि त्याच्यावर त्यांनी डिसाइड केलं, तसं इथं व्हॉट इज इट सेइंग, इट इज सिग्निफिकंट रादर देन being selected for convenience. Then comes phylogenetic. It is the classification based on common evolutionary descent. Evolution वर अवलंबून from microscopic unicellular to macroscopic multicellular. Okay. In this system of classification, the term taxa categories are often used. Each category is referred to as a unit of classification. In fact, it represents a rank and is commonly termed as taxon. This is how classification goes on. In the next lecture, we'll be seeing the 3-domain system. And after that, we will quickly just see what else is there, like chemotaxonomy, numerical taxonomy. हे नुसती terms आपण वाचणार आहोत पुढच्या lecture मध्ये. And then we will be beginning with the 5-kingdom system of classification done by R.H. Whitaker. 5-kingdom system. He has classified all the living organisms into 5 kingdoms. How? Which 5 kingdoms? That we will be watching it in the upcoming lecture. I hope you understood what I spoke about today, and have a wonderful time. Have a nice weekend. God bless you all. Take care and be happy, everyone. Take care of your family members too. Study, read the textbook. Don't ignore the textbook at all. If you read the textbook, it will be very beneficial to you. I always insist that, because I myself, I had all my textbook kept for a very long time with me, because they are always providing us knowledge in a different and a new way. So keep reading the textbook. The first chapter is over. Read it totally. If you don't understand anything, contact me. You all have my contact number. You can contact me anytime on WhatsApp or give me a call, and I will clear up your queries. Any issues regarding today's topic, you can call me up. You all have my number, and if you don't have, it's very easy. 76666 59950. Thank you and have a blessed day.